Archangel Michael says, be careful. This is not a joke. A millionaire has taken a sudden interest in you. They are shocked after open it immediately. Archangel Michael says, be careful. This is not a joke. A millionaire has taken a sudden interest in you. They are shocked after what they discovered about you, and their next move could change the direction of your life. Open your heart, open your eyes, and open this message completely, because the clock around you is already moving. They did not find you by accident. Your name reached them through a chain of small events that looked random to everyone else. A simple action you took became a spark, and that spark traveled rooms you have never walked into. Not because you shouted about yourself. Because you did, because your effort had the weight of truth and the light of consistency. Archangel Mitchell says, do not announce anything. This is the hour to move with care, grace, and focus. You are being measured gently by eyes that have seen empires rise and fall. The millionaire is not alone. There is a team around them. Some are protectors. Some are gatekeepers. A few are watchers who report back anything that feels off. They search for signs of ego. They look for love of chaos. They test for greed that cannot wait 3 days. They test for patience that can hold 3 months. Understand the tests. A late email is a test. A delayed call is a test. A small misunderstanding that invites an angry reaction is a test. Pass the tests with calm, breathe and reply clearly. Keep your head steady when the moment tries to make you rush. Tonight, you may feel a pull to tell everyone. Resist the desire to prove something to those who do not listen. Your proof is already traveling ahead of you in rooms your feet have not stepped into yet. You will notice tiny confirmations if you pay attention, a message sent at an odd hour. A request for your availability. A document with your name spelled carefully, a stranger who pronounces your name correctly on the first try. Certain people around you will sense the shift before you confirm it. Some will become kind for no reason. Others will turn quiet and move away. Do not chase anyone who chooses silence. Archangel Mitchell says, walk with quiet confidence. Your quiet does not mean you are weak. It means you are wise enough to move when it matters and listen when it counts. The millionaire is shocked after reading your pattern. They saw survival where others saw inconvenience. They saw craft where others saw a hobby. They saw a future where others saw a phase. They studied your timeline. They counted how many times you showed up without applause. They noticed the day you almost gave up and still showed up anyway. They are not buying a trend. They do not want the noisy thing that fades next month. They want structure. They want seed that can become forest. They want to back a person who can carry a promise without dropping it. This is why your peace is so important now. Your peace is part of your signal. Your calm shows them you can sit at the table without fear. Soon, a door will open and it will not look like a door at first. It will look like a simple request. It will look like a question that feels too small to matter. Answer it carefully, give honest detail. Do not decorate beyond the truth. The person reading will notice that your truth is already beautiful. You may be invited to a call with someone who is from the team. They will sound casual. They will be kind without being soft. They are trained to hear what people hide inside their tone. Speak solely. Let your words breathe, do not confess your dreams to be approved by them. Speak your path as if you are already walking it because you are. There will be paperwork later, there will be terms and schedules. There will be timing that feels strange. That is normal in large rooms. Large rooms move like oceans, not rivers. You not be scared of new numbers. You not be impressed by big fonts, be impressed by clarity. Be impressed by fair timing. Be impressed by the way your spirit feels when you read the page. Archangel Mitchell says, keep your circle clean. Someone around you is watching with envy, not love. They will figure out small facts and use them to build loud guesses. Do not fight them. Simply do not feed them. Remove their access to your quiet moments, guard your early mornings and your late nights. There is also a friend who will quietly protect you now. They will answer your message at once, they will check in without asking for a reward. Keep them close. You may feel a wave of tiredness, that is natural. Your spirit is catching up to your tomorrow. Rest without guilt, rest is strategy, not laziness. As you rest, remember what is real about you. You are not the ruler, you are not the fear. You are the work no one can erase. The pattern no one can fake, the day after day that rises like the sun. The millionaire is shocked because you did not break when you were supposed to. You did not become who pain expected you to be, you carried kindness where a smaller heart would have carried revenge. They saw a story of someone who kept planting without counting cameras. They saw the way you gave to people who could not return it, they saw the way you stayed humble when fortune tested your pride in small ways. They want to meet you. Not behind a screen, not through 10 layers of assistance. They want to sit where your words are made. They want to see the room that protected your dreams when nobody else did. Prepare that room. Clean your table. Place a glass of water where you can see it, put away the old fear in a box. And do not open that box again. If the meeting is not in your space, prepare your presence, choose clothing that feels like you. Wear comfort that still respects the moment. Do not try to become someone else for a day, consistency is your crown. You will notice they watch your hands. This is normal, people who build watch how others hold their tools. They will watch how you hold your words. They will ask about your past, you do not need to tell every detail. You need to show the map of how you learned. You need to show the honesty of mistakes and the strength of corrections. A number will be spoken. It may be smaller than you imagined. It may be larger than you dreamed. Do not react with a jump. React with a breath. Ask clear questions about the work attached to that number. Ask about the freedom attached to that number. Ask about the door that number opens next. The true offer is never only money, the true offer is mentorship, reach, shelter, and time. The true offer is a place at a table where your gifts can multiply without burning you out. Archangel Mitchell says, move like water around stone, be soft but steady. Be polite but never hidden. Be grateful but never desperate. There will be voices trying to make you rush a signature. There will be voices trying to delay it forever. Your wisdom is in the middle path, you know how to walk it. You have been training for it without knowing. This season will reveal 3 kinds of people, The first will celebrate you early and stay. The second will celebrate you loudly and fade. The third will question you now and try to attach later. You owe explanations to no one who delights in your doubt. You owe kindness, not access. You owe gratitude, not ownership. Remember the ground under you. It is the same ground as last week. The sky above you is the same sky as yesterday, only one thing changed. Large I found the small fire you kept alive. Let your routines protect you, keep your morning practice. Keep your water near you. Keep your phone face down when you are doing the work that will feed your future, protect your inner language. Do not say if this fails. Say when this grows, do not say I am not ready. Say I am learning everything I need and I am on time. In the next days, you may feel sudden waves of emotion, smile in one moment, cry in another. Both are loud, let them pass through you like weather. You will also notice old memories rising. They are not here to hurt you, they are surfacing to be honored for the last time so they can move into peace and stop asking for your constant attention. Look at those memories with soft eyes. Thank the person you were for carrying you here, promise them that you will not waste their effort by shrinking now. A millionaire is not your savior. They are a part, you're for a specific chapter, you are still the author of the book. Do not hand them your pen. Be coachable without becoming shapeless. Receive wisdom without losing voice. Collaborate without forgetting why you started. If an agreement asks you to betray your core, it is not your agreement. If an invitation asks you to mute your gift, it is not your room. If a promise requires you to kneel to fear, it is not your future. Archangel Mitchell says, the right doors honor your spirit, the right people expand your peace. The right work enlarges your joy. Do something simple but strong today, finish a task you have been postponing. Send a message you owe. Organize a folder that has been messy for months. These small acts are prayers with hands. When you move like this, you send a clear signal. You say, I am ready in the way that matters most. You say, I can handle more because I honor what I already have. Your name is on a whiteboard as you read this. Next to it are 3 bullet points about your gifts. Someone has underlined your name twice. Someone else has circled it once. People who do not know you are defending your value in rooms you cannot see. This is grace. This is alignment. This is what happens when preparation finally meets a watcher with power. There may be travel ahead. There may be a studio. There may be a stage. There may be a quiet office with a window that looks over a city you've never walked. Whatever it is, you will be ready. You are ready because you grew roots when no one saw you. Your roots are old now and they can hold more weight than you think. Give yourself permission to enjoy the softness of this coming chapter. Enjoy the way decisions feel okay in your body. Enjoy the way your voice stops shaking mid-sentence. Do not apologize for healing. Do not apologize for shining. Do not apologize for being prepared when your season arrives. There is one more test coming and it will come in the shape of an old pattern. Someone who once made you feel small will return. They will try to make you explain why you deserve this. You do not need to explain. You only need to behave like the person who has already accepted the life that belongs to them. You only need to keep walking. When you speak to the millionaire again, tell the truth simply. When you thank them, do it once and mean it. When you promise a delivery, keep that promise with quiet excellence. They will be shocked again when you deliver without reminding them that you are delivering. They will be shocked when they realize your humility is not a mask, it is a method. It is how you breathe. A contract can make you visible, character makes you unforgettable. Let your character speak from the way you answer, the way you wait, the way you end a call. Archangel Mitchell says, I am clearing your path as you read this, I am guiding the hearts of those who will handle your file. I am softening places that were once stone. Do not fight the strange peace you are starting to feel. The peace is real. It belongs to you. It is your new foundation. From here, you will build slowly and bravely. You will carry those you can carry. You will bless those you can bless. You will be careful with the power of your word. You will forgive what must be forgiven so it no longer steals your hours. You will forget what must be forgotten so you can remember who you are. You will focus on what stays bright when the lights go off. When good news arrives, let it sit beside you quietly for a moment. Do not force happiness to perform, let happiness be simple. Let it be a hand on your shoulder, steady and warm. Your path will not look like anyone else's, that is your advantage. Your pace will not match anyone else's. That is your rhythm. When it feels slow, it is safe. When it feels fast, it is guided. When it feels exact, that is your alignment telling you, yes, this way. The millionaire will surprise you by caring about something small. It might be the way you wrote a thank you note. It might be the way you handled a correction. It might be the way you protected someone else's time. Small things tell the truth about big things. Keep your small things honest and clean. Keep your small things kind and consistent. If someone tries to pull you into a fight online, exit the room without a word. Your future is not in that room, your future is in the work that grows in quiet. If someone tries to pull you into a celebration that feels loud and empty, smile and slip away early. Your joy is not in that noise, your joy is in the real connection that waits across a simple table. Archangel Mitchell says, love your life while you build it. Do not pause your joy until the day that never comes, do not delay your peace until a number appears. Peace is part of what brings the number. Keep a list of your wins, keep a list of your lessons. Keep a list of your promises to yourself. Read them when the day feels uncertain, read them when the night feels long. Read them before you enter rooms that echo with power. You do not need to wear a mask there, you do not need to pretend you are harder than you are. Your softness is not weakness. It is precision, it is the exact tool that will open the door you thought was locked. The ones who matter will know it. The ones who cannot see it are not your assignment, bless them and keep moving. The next page of your life wants to be written with a calm hand. Let your breathing slow, let your shoulders drop. Let your mind unclench its fist. When you are ready, say yes with both feet. When you are ready, build a plan that respects your energy. When you are ready, walk into the room and let your work make the first sound. The millionaire who watched you from afar will become a name you can call. The team that felt distant will become faces you recognize. The dream that felt fragile will become a schedule on your wall. This is not an accident, this is not a trick. This is what it looks like when the seed refuses to die and time finally keeps its promise. Archangel Mitchell says, lift your chin, you have suffered enough. You have waited enough. You have learned enough to carry this with grace. Be careful, yes. Be gentle with yourself, yes. But do not be afraid. Fear is an old alarm that does not apply in this new room. Your season is not loud for the world. It is steady for you. It is a good, clean light across a table you have dreamed of since the beginning. The ones who are meant to walk this chapter with you will appear without drama. They will match your quiet, they will respect your pace. They will honor your gift without trying to own it. Keep your hand open, keep your heart steady. Keep your eyes soft toward the horizon. You are arriving, the call is coming. The door is opening. The ocean that once scared you is now calm enough to cross. When the message lands, when the request is clear, answer with your whole self. Then close your laptop, drink your water and smile at the ceiling for a while. You earned this ease, you will still work hard. You will still show up early. You will still polish the corners no one else sees, but the air will be different, the weight will be right. Everything that tried to convince you that you were too late will have to watch you be right on time. Everything that tried to scare you into shrinking will have to watch you fit your true size. Archangel Mitchell says, step through. I am near. I am guarding your edges, I am turning down the volume on the noise. Walk like the promise already happened. Speak like the table is already set, live like your heart knows how to handle blessing without losing itself. And when gratitude rises, let it rise. When tears come, let them come. When laughter shakes your chest for no reason, let it shake. All of this is proof that you stayed human while becoming strong. This is your moment, this is your confirmation. This is the quiet announcement that you are the right person for the right door at the right time. Go on. Finish what you started. Begin what waits. Hold what matters, release what pulls you backward. A millionaire is shocked because they finally recognize what you already are. Let the world catch up, you keep moving. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. Morning arrives softer than usual. The light feels kinder on your face, your phone rests like a calm animal waiting for your touch. You do not rush. You breathe once for patience, you breathe again for clarity. A new email sits at the top of your inbox. The subject line is short, careful, respectful. It feels like a hand knocking gently on your door. You open it. A team member introduces themselves with grace. They ask for a convenient time and they offer 3 options that align with your rhythm. You choose the second option. It is neither too soon nor too late. It gives you room to prepare without making you wait forever. Preparation begins in small moves. You clear your desk, you refill your water. You write a simple list with 4 items: truth, timeline, numbers, boundaries. Truth is your heart, timeline is your map. Numbers are your structure. Boundaries are your peace. Archangel Mitchell says, let your preparation be quiet. Let it be clean and slow. Let it be the opposite of panic. You practice your story in soft sentences. You keep it honest and precise. You remove the parts that try too hard. The call begins at the exact minute. A voice greets you with kindness and steadiness. They say your name with care, as if they have rehearsed it. They ask about your work. You speak about process more than applause. You speak about consistency more than luck. They ask about your horizon. You speak about what you are building in the next 6 months. You speak about how it serves real people in real moments. They ask about challenges. You do not hide them. You explain how you solve them without drama, how you learn, how you adjusted. Silence follows. It is a respectful silence, not a heavy one, on the other side of it. You hear a pen touch paper. The voice says they will send a short brief. 3 pages, not 30, a simple outline to see how you think on paper. You smile. This is your field, this is where your calm shines. You receive the brief within the hour. The request is clear and kind. They want your point of view, not a performance. You close every other tab. You stretch your hands. You begin with an outline made of bones and breath. Page 1 describes the problem in plain language. Page 2 names the people and the path. Page 3 shows the first steps and the simple metrics that prove progress. You do not decorate. You do not overpromise. You do not hide behind jargon. You read it once for truth. You read it again for flow. You send it with a short note of gratitude. Hours pass without noise. The waiting is not empty, it is full of motion you cannot see. Elsewhere, your pages are printed on thick paper. Red pencils draw clean marks in the margins, heads nod at sentences that carry more force than volume. The second email arrives before the evening. They invite you to a private meeting. The location is discreet. The tone is warm. The time is fair. You prepare with respect. Your clothes match your spirit. Your bag carries only what you need: a pen, a notebook, a charger, a small piece of quiet faith. You arrive 10 minutes early. You watch the room with soft eyes. The air holds a hush that feels like a library mixed with a runway. A door opens. The team lead appears first. Behind them, the millionaire enters without ceremony, like someone who trusts space to introduce them. They shake your hand without squeezing too hard. They sit where the light is honest. Their questions are simple and deep. They ask what you refuse to compromise. You answer without heat. You say you refuse to betray the core. You say you refuse to move faster than the truth. They ask what you need to do your best work. You answer with 3 things. Clarity of vision. Respect for time, room to rest so the work stays bright. They exchange a glance that says more than words. One writes something and underlines it twice. The meeting blooms into real conversation. Archangel Mitchell says, "Speak like you belong because you do. Sit like the chair was made for you because it was. Move like the moment has waited for you because it has." They ask about money last. You take a breath that sounds like a small wave. You answer in structure, not in wish. You describe stages. You link payment to milestones. You anchor your worth in outcomes, not in noise. The room shifts. The air grows lighter. The weight of negotiation becomes the weight of alignment. They suggest a number. It is generous and grounded, it respects the work, the time, and the unseen effort that carried you here. You agree to review the full document in writing. You do not sign anything today. You do not rush your yes. Your calm is the strongest word you speak. A few hours later, someone you used to trust tries to stir the air. They post a small shade dressed as concern. They send a message with thorns hidden under flowers. You do not engage, you do not defend. You remember that your future does not live in their screen. You protect your focus, you protect your schedule. You protect the softness inside your determination. At night, you rest intentionally, you choose quiet food and quiet music, a quiet mind. Your body understands that a new current is carrying you. Morning brings the draft agreement, the document is clean and careful. It respects language like a good house respects windows. You read it with your eyes and your spirit, you mark what needs clarity. You circle what needs timeline. You underline what needs a door for exit if needed, you send notes with gratitude and firmness. You do not apologize for understanding your worth. You do not attack for what is simply incomplete, your reply comes back with respect. Edits are accepted. A few lines are explained with good sense, the door becomes a doorway, not a trap. Archangel Mitchell says, this is what healthy power feels like. It negotiates without punishing, it strengthens without controlling. It invites without consuming. Days gather into a soft launch, the plan becomes real dates on real calendars. The first deliverable is small by design and strong by skill. You do your part with quiet excellence, you send it ahead of the deadline. You include a short note that tells them exactly what they are receiving. They respond with a simple line that carries weight, this is exactly what we hoped for. Your chest warms. Your shoulders drop, the path brightens by one more step. A private introduction follows. One new room opens into two rooms open into 4. Each door respects your pace. In the background, someone tries again to confuse the narrative, they inflate a rumor. They push a fiction. They hope to turn attention into chaos, your answer is still the same. No reaction. No energy given, you let your work be your proof and your peace be your guard. You set a weekly rhythm with the team. A 30-minute check-in that stays 30 minutes, a written summary that stays 1 page. A shared space where files lie named clearly. You begin to feel the new scale, it does not swallow you. It stretches you in a way that feels like growth, not tearing. You also set quiet rules for yourself, no decisions after midnight. No yes that you regret in your body. No meeting stacked so tightly that your voice forgets its softness, the millionaire notices your boundaries and respects them. This confirms what your spirit already knew. In the right rooms, your no earns you more trust than your yes. Stage 2 begins. It involves a small team chosen for energy and skill. You guide them gently, you set clear expectations and protect them from noise. You correct kindly and directly. You pray specifically and publicly, you keep the project moving like a river that knows where it is going. An unexpected challenge appears. A vendor misses a date and tries to hide it, a tiny crack threatens to invite unnecessary stress. You step in with calm leadership. You reset the timeline with honest math. You set a contingency so no one feels cornered. The work recovers like a body that knows how to heal. You do not waste time on blame, you invest time in structure. Archangel Mitchell says, your steadiness is a shield for everyone involved. Your peace is a tool. Not just a feeling, your clarity is a compass when the compass shakes. Another meeting with the millionaire arrives. It's time, the tone is warmer. You talk about the future in specific terms. You talk about sustainability, not just speed. They share a story from their early years. It sounds like yours in a different year. The pattern matches, the pain rhymes. The lesson echoes. You leave the room with new respect, not starry eyes. You leave with partnership, not fantasy. You leave with a plan you can carry without breaking. Use trickles, not floods, the right people here. The right opportunities blink awake. Doors appear where walls used to stand. You still cook your own meals. You still keep your room neat. You still send a kind message to a friend who needed warmth. Fame tries to flirt with you. You smile and walk past. You choose legacy over noise, depth over display. The next deliverable lands with the same excellence. The team learns your rhythm and begins to anticipate your needs. This is what healthy collaboration becomes after trust is chosen daily. A small celebration is planned. It is private, elegant, and human. People speak to you like a person, not a headline. You say thank you without shrinking. You receive praise without needing to add or subtract from it. You let gratitude do its quiet work inside your chest. The contract renews early. Not because anyone forced it, but because the work made renewal logical. You accept with a smile that reaches your eyes. Archangel Mitchell says, light has weight. You have learned how to carry it. Now you will learn how to share it without losing strength. You mentor one person quietly. You answer their questions with patience. You give them shortcuts that took you years to discover. You donate to a cause that saved you once. You do it without posting. You do it because it keeps your river clean. Another season turns. You are not a different person. You are the same person with better tools, deeper rest, and clearer sky. The millionaire remains steady. They do not vanish. They do not smother. They participate like a wise gardener. Watered space. Pruning, patience. You add new structures around your energy. A day without meetings every week. Elenad on late-night replies. The ritual of closing the laptop and opening a book before sleep. Your creativity softens and swells. Ideas arrive like birds and stay like friends. Work feels like a place you want to be again. A message from home reminds you who you are. You reply with love. You put your phone down and step outside to feel the real air. A final test sneaks in wearing your oldest fear. It tries to make you doubt yourself at the edge of a new opportunity. It tells you the old lie in a new voice. You recognize it now. You nod without agreeing. You breathe and keep moving. The new opportunity is accepted with clarity. You do not bite off what cannot be chewed. You scale with wisdom, not with panic. You map the next 90 days on a single page. You mark rest like it matters. You mark delivery like it matters. You mark joy like it matters. People around you settle. Their nervous systems take instruction from yours. Meetings end on time, emails grow shorter and kinder. Archangel Mitchell says you became the calm in rooms that needed a horizon. You became the proof that discipline can be gentle. You became the reminder that success can be human. The work touches more lives, not with noise but with real help. Stories return to you of days made easier, nights made softer, futures made possible. This is your metric now. This is your scoreboard. This is how you measure the truth of your path. You hold the pen with both hands. The page is wide. Ink flows like a river that knows its source. You write a chapter called stability. You write a chapter called stewardship. You write a chapter called soft power. The millionaire reads these chapters not as a spectator, but as a partner. They trust you more because you do not chase sparks. You tend the fire. One evening, you walk home under a sky that looks like a clean sheet. You feel the quiet inside match the quiet outside. You understand that peace is not the end of motion. Peace is motion without panic. This is the life you built through 1,000 small yes to the right things and 1,000 quiet no's to the wrong things. This is the chapter your younger self prayed for without words. Archangel Mitchell says, continue. Keep your morning sacred. Keep your word good, keep your work true. Keep your joy uncluttered. What began as a whisper in a distant room has become a steady conversation in your own voice. What began as interest has become trust. What began as shock has become respect. You are not chasing doors anymore, doors know your name. You are not begging for time anymore. Time moves in rhythm with your steps. Let the next season meet you standing tall and breathing slow. Let your schedule carry grace like a pocket of light. Let your work keep telling the truth that made all of this possible. The night closes with the simplest feeling. Not triumph, not relief. It is something cleaner. It is the feeling of being exactly where you are supposed to be. Doing exactly what you were built to do. With exactly the right people near you. And so you rest. And so you rise. And so you continue. Quietly powerful. Calmly unstoppable. Beautifully aligned, weeks turn into a cadence you can trust. Deliver, debrief, refine. Rest, review, rise. The rhythm is clean enough to carry more weight without shaking. You begin the second horizon plan. It is not flashy, it is a diagram with 3 circles. What you do well. What people truly need, and where the partnership multiplies both without burning anyone out. A pilot launch goes live for a small audience. You read every line of feedback with open eyes. The useful notes are folded into the next build. The noisy ones slide past without entering your chest. A reporter sniffing for a head-on sends a casual request. You reply politely and suggest a future date. After proof replaces speculation. The story will be stronger then. You are in no rush to be famous when you can be effective. Archangel Mitchell says, choose substance over spotlight. Choose structure over speed. Choose a yes that you can keep over 10 that solely break you. The millionaire introduces you to a mentor who speaks softly but thinks like a mountain. They ask questions that make you inhale and sit taller. you leave with 3 pages of notes and 1 sentence that keeps echoing. Protect the part of you that didn't need a pause to begin. You schedule an hour each week to protect that part. No meetings. No screens. Just the original impulse that started everything, kept safe like a flame under glass. An opportunity arrives from a city you've never visited. It sparkles with possibility and hides a friction in the fine print. You see it quickly now, you ask for an edit before you say yes. They respect the request and adjust the terms. You sign with calm hands, your signature looks like it belongs there because it does. The team expands by 2 people. You hire for energy and ethics over glittering resumes, you onboard them with clarity, not chaos. They feel seen from the first day and the work improves because of it. A crisis test arrives on a Tuesday afternoon, a key supplier sends the wrong files and goes silent. Timelines wobble. Panic knocks like a bad drummer at the door. You answer with systems, not shouting. You are out the critical path. You create a fallback version that still honors the promise, you notify stakeholders with a short, clear update. What happened, what you're doing, when the next checkpoint lands. The room exhales, trust grows because you did not pretend nothing went wrong. Trust grows because you did not let Ram run the meeting. Your partnership deepens, the millionaire observes how you handle the mess between victories. That is where they decide who to carry into larger rooms. You pass that test without trying to perform it, Archangel Mitchell says, mastery is quiet in the hallway and exact in the room. It chooses the right word. The right pause, the right boundary. It knows when to close a tab in the mind. You create a clarity memo template for every new initiative. 1 page. Purpose, scope, success signal, stop conditions, decisions stop floating and start landing. First public-facing announcement finally happens. It is brief and clean, with no fireworks. People who needed the confirmation receive it. People who love noise are confused by the calm. You are fine with that, your family hears and smiles the way only family can. There is a message from someone older, simple and proud. You read it twice and let the warmth stay. A person who once underestimated you asks for a meeting. You accept without bitterness and without hunger. You speak to them like the weather changed and you both brought the right coats. You begin a small foundation arm of the project. It is funded quietly. It targets a gap you know from live experience. Every dollar has a seat and a job before it moves. You resist the urge to fix everything at once. You choose a narrow lane and pave it properly. The results are small and real, the kind that stack into a reputation you can sleep inside. Archangel Mitchell says, your future does not need fireworks. It needs temperature control, it needs air that stays clean. It needs doors that close as well as they open. A personal boundary is tested by someone who once had easy access. They tried to re-enter your calendar through nostalgia. You answer with warmth and a clear calendar link that respects new limits. The past adjusts its expectations or grifts away, both outcomes are peace. You schedule a quarterly reset day. You step back from all dashboards, you revisit first principles. You ask your work to reintroduce itself and you listen like it is the first time. A pattern emerges in your notes, success came when your weeks were simple, not when they were crowded. You honor that with fewer projects and better projects. The numbers curve upward anyway. The millionaire invites you to a dinner with builders who talk about decades, not weeks. The conversation is unhurried and generous. You leave with 2 introductions that feel like seeds in your pocket. You also leave with a reminder to keep your life human. You cook something easy. You laugh with someone who knew you before any of this. You sleep 8 hours on purpose. A ruler tries to attach itself to your name again. This time someone else answers it for you, with facts and a tone that ends the conversation. You realize your integrity has begun to travel faster than your footsteps. Stage 3 begins quietly. It is a platform, not a project. It allows other people to stand taller because you stood first. You design it so that it lives without you someday. That is how you know it is real. You publish a small, practical manifesto for the team. 3 pages. How we choose, how we build. How we treat each other when the clock is loud, people pin it on their walls. Meetings speed up because values are not renegotiated every Tuesday. Archangel Mitchell says, your leadership is the climate people work inside. Keep the air breathable. Keep the temperature honest. Keep the windows open to the sky. The metrics review at the end of the quarter is more beautiful than applause. Real lives improved. Real timelines met. Real joy visible in unexpected places. You send thank you notes with specifics. What each person did that lifted the whole. People feel seen at the exact point where they gave the most. That is how loyalty grows without being bought. A competitor reaches out for collaboration. You evaluate with calm eyes. Where overlap helps people, you say yes. Where overlap invites confusion, you decline with kindness. The world does not end when you say no with a steady voice. You protect your mornings like sacred ground. You keep choosing water over noise. You keep choosing a walk over a scroll. Your days repay you with clarity that no trend could gift. The millionaire shares their own boundary. They will not let velocity destroy vision. You nod. That sentence becomes a guardrail for both of you. The young person you mentor ships their first meaningful piece of work. You celebrate them publicly and pay them fairly. You do not take credit for what does not belong to you. You add off switches to every expansion. If a pilot fails, it stops without guilt. Lessons are archived, not weaponized. The team learns to risk intelligently because failure does not equal shame. Archangel Mitchell says this is how you build longevity. Make bravery feel safe, make honesty feel welcome. Make rest feel mandatory. Another door opens, larger than the others. You pause before you walk through. You ask your 3 questions. Does it align? Does it nourish? Can I carry it without breaking my word to myself? The answers arrive clear. You accept. You calendar the work with breaks built in. You add a reminder a month from now to check your joy like a vital sign. There is a moment. Late on a Sunday, when you realize you are no longer proving yourself to rooms. You are proving your process to yourself. The difference is a weight removed from your shoulders that you didn't know you were carrying. Your laughter changes. It lives closer to the surface. It visits meetings without permission. people mirror it back to you, and the work moves faster because people feel safe to breathe. You set aside one day to write a letter to the person you were at the beginning. You tell them what mattered, what didn't, what hurt, what healed. You thank them for stubbornness that looked like foolishness to others and turned out to be faith with its sleeves rolled up. A millionaire reads your latest delivery and sends a single line. Take tomorrow off, you've earned a longer breath. You do it. The world keeps turning, and you return with a clear gaze. Archangel Mitchell says, the promise was never that life would be without friction. The promise is that you would have the tools and the timing to move through it without breaking. You build a small ritual at the end of each week, pose the narrative. Put it somewhere you can see. An invitation arrives to speak in a room where your younger self would have trembled. You prepare like a craftsperson, not a celebrity. You bring stories, not slogans. You exit the stage without extending the applause in your head. You are proud, not addicted. Back at your desk, you return to the quiet tasks that make big moments possible. File names neat, backups done. Calendar clean. It is not glamorous, and it is exactly why the glamorous things work. You realize your life fits when you do not stretch it for other people's comfort. You realize your yes is a promise and your no is a gift. You realize the old fear has nothing left to say in this chapter. Archangel Mitchell says, keep going exactly like this. Humble spine. Lifted chin, unhurried hands. The room is ready for more because you are ready for more. The light is steady, the ground is good. The work is true. And so the partnership continues, not as a miracle that rescued you, but as a mirror that reflected what was always there, not as a storm of headlines, but as a river of results. You pour. You pause, you buy it. You prune. You protect, you play. You repeat. Quietly powerful, calmly unstoppable. Beautifully aligned. Momentum settles into your bones like a steady drum, meetings begin on time and end early. Work travels farther with less push because the foundation is finally level. You sketch the year on a single sheet, 4 seasons. 4 themes. Bill and Polly share a blend. The build season starts with a decision tree. Each branch answers 3 questions. Does this help people? Does this compound? Does this protect peace? Anything that fails 2 questions is thanked and released. Archangel Mitchell says, your yes is sacred now. Guard it like a gate with a view. Only open it for what can grow without devouring you. You hire a quiet lawyer who speaks in clean sentences. They help you protect your name, your process. Your future drafts. Protection is not paranoia here. It is a kindness to your tomorrow. A data room is created, organized. Labeled. Simple. The team smiles because they can find what they need without summoning you. Freedom grows each time you are not the bottleneck. You establish signal meetings instead of status meetings, 15 minutes. What moved the needle? What blocked the flow? What decision is needed now? People leave lighter, not heavier. The millionaire invites you to a review with 2 advisors who watch patterns for a living. They are kind but exact. They track your rhythm. Then teach you how to double output without doubling stress. their advice is elegant. Keep your mornings untouched. And put the hardest thing at the cleanest hour. It feels like someone opened a window you didn't know with painted shut. You apply it. The hardest thing stops being heavy. It becomes first. Then done, then a quiet confidence that colors the rest of the day. The polish season begins. You trim words until they shine with bone-deep clarity. You stream on a workflow that used to clatter. The team practices handoffs like dancers passing light. A minor mistake appears, a number mistyped in a document that almost went out. It is caught, corrected, and documented in a calm post-note so it never repeats. No drama, just better. Archangel Mitchell says, integrity is not only about big promises. It lives in decimal places and quiet corrections. Keep your decimals honest. Keep your corrections kind. A young desire shows up trembling with a brave idea. You give them a small budget and a clear container. They deliver something that hums with life. The room learns again. Empowerment is cheaper than micromanagement. The share season opens with a soft release. No trumpets, no confetti, you show the world a small, true thing that works. People find it and tell 5 friends, then 5 more. A journalist calls again. This time with respect in their tone, you agree to a piece that focuses on the work, not the myth. They interview your team. Your team tells the truth, it's not magic. It's mornings and mercy. The article lands, it is clean, human, and accurate. It does not set the internet on fire. It sets the right calendars to interested. That is a knife. That is perfect. Your inbox shifts, fewer noise storms, more real invitations. You keep saying no to what sparkles and yes to what sustains. Your calendar begins to feel like a garden. An old critic reappears with a warmed-over complaint. A new friend replies calmly with receipts you never asked them to key. You witness your reputation defend you while you drink water and finish a paragraph. You kick off for plenty. This is the season you promised yourself you would not skip. Fewer flights, slower weekends, phone on a shelf by 8, the work improves because the worker breathes. Archangel Mitchell says, rest is how you carry success without crushing your ribs. Put it on the schedule like rent, pay it before you pay anything else. A private dinner at a long table becomes a hinge for the next chapter. Builders speak in sentences that sound like blueprints. The millionaire watches you navigate quietly, proud without possession. At the far end of the table, someone asks what shocked the millionaire about you in the first place. The room turns, not greedy, curious. They smile and say, discipline without bitterness. Generosity without audience. Results without noise. You look down at your glass and breathe. The compliment lands like sunlight on a scar that finally healed. A storm rolls in mid-quarter. A platform partner changes rules overnight, threatening your delivery window. A team tenses. You pull them into a quick huddle with 3 moves: acknowledge, adapt, advance. You draft a plan B in 2 hours and a plan C by morning. You negotiate a grace period with a firm, friendly message. You adjust the stack so quality does not slip. The storm passes. The project stands. you codify the lesson into a resilience packet. Scenarios, scripts, alternatives. This isn't fear. It's respect for reality. Everyone sleeps better. You set up a scholarship program in silence. 2 people receive email that begin with, "We see you." They cry in kitchens you will never enter. They rise in rooms you will never visit. It is enough to know the path widened where it used to pinch. A quarterly town hall becomes a ritual of truth. You share what went right and what wobbled. You explain choices before someone has to ask. The team sees the whole map, not just their square. Archangel Mitchell says, transparency is a bridge that survives heavy trucks. Build it in fair weather so it's there when rain comes. The millionaire brings you into a negotiation where the table is colder. You watch how they hold a silence. How they refuse a rush. How they trade one thing for 2 that matter more. You take notes on gravity. After, they tell you a simple rule: never sell a chapter you haven't written yet. License the pages you trust. You write that on a card and keep it close. A call arrives from a city that used to intimidate you. You do not flinch. You send your terms with the clarity of someone who knows the cost of a blurry agreement. They accept all as exactly as is. You blink, then smile. Your mornings expand by 30 minutes for movement, not punishment, crescents. Your thoughts line up like kind children. Your sentences arrive ready. You trim one offering that people love but your team hates to execute. The internet asks why. You answer, because we like each other more when we don't make this. People understand. You keep your joy. A client misses a payment. You enforce the clause kindly and immediately. They pay and thank you for the boundary. You realize good fences make good partners in business too. You revisit the first document you sent the team months ago. It still fits. You add a paragraph about silence, how it's a tool, not a punishment. The room gets even gentler. Archangel Mitchell says, gentleness is not the absence of strength, it is strength with temperature control. Keep it cool. Keep it kind, keep it consistent. Midyear. You step onto a stage and speak from healed places. Not open wounds, a difference is audible. People thank you for making success sound like a practice, not a lottery ticket. Back home, you water your plants and reply to 2 messages from the scholarships. One student shipped a thing of beauty. The other survived a hard month and stayed enrolled. You celebrate both as equally holy. The millionaire schedules a future day. No current projects allowed. You sit with what-ifs and how-abouts. You design a 2-year arc that makes you exhale with relief at its sanity. You choose fewer, bigger bets. You retire a vanity metric. You set one joy KPI. A check-in that asks, does this still feel like you? If the needle drops for a month, something must change. A vendor tries to upsell you into bloat. You decline gracefully and ask for the 6 sharp tools you'll actually use. A blink and smile, then deliver better. Archangel Mitchell says, precision is kindness to your future. Do less with excellence. Let excellence multiply. A small family thing needs you, you go. You answer the call like the most important meeting on earth. Because it is, nothing falls apart. The team has grown strong enough to carry a Tuesday without you. You implement quiet Fridays, deep work. No meetings, early log-off. Creativity purrs, people return on Monday with eyes that shine. You publish a note titled "How We Protect Each Other Here." It becomes a magnet for the kind of talent you prayed for. Applications change from "Please pick me" to "Here's how I build, here's how I rest, here's how I care." You feel the culture maturing like good wood. A surprise audit from a partner arrives. You pass easily because you never stuffed skeletons in closets. You composted them into lessons. The auditor leaves impressed, the relationship deepens. Archangel Mitchell says, "You are living proof that excellence is a daily decision, not a random lightning strike." Keep deciding, keep designing. Keep delivering. Late summer brings a private celebration, no stage, just a backyard with strings of lights. The millionaire raises a glass and speaks of why they chose you, because you were already walking toward this without needing an audience to clap. We just widen the road, you choke up, then laugh, then hug the person who stood next to you when there was no road. Only brush and faith. You go home before midnight and sleep like someone whose spirit is finally caught up to their calendar. The next morning, you begin the next right thing. No victory laps in circles. No burnout disguises devotion. Yes, the goo were who, the goo water, the goo basin. You archive the old doubt. You star the file called proof. You close the laptop and step into the day the way a swimmer walks into a lake they already trust. Archangel Mitchell says, "Continue exactly as you are. Anchored, wake, unhurried. The door did not make you worthy. It merely revealed you. The ocean ahead is steady. Your boat is sound. Your hands know the oars, and so the chapter stretches long and generous, made of ordinary hours stacked with extraordinary care. Quiet power gathers. Clear skies hold, the work speaks softly and is heard everywhere it needs to be.